Every normal human being desires to succeed in life's boisterous voyage. But sadly, many do not understand the true meaning of success. Not a few equate success with the abundance of money and material possessions. In this episode titled, "What does success really mean?" we shall be analyzing the true import of success. So come along with us on this retrospective voyage all the way to the 19th century. It is a truism that success leaves tracks. To succeed in life's arduous voyage, it is important to follow the tracks of successful people. Just for a brief moment, imagine events that took place before and during the 19th century when there were no automobiles, no airplanes, no telephones, no computers, no internet, and social media services. It is arguably believed that the first ever powered, controlled, and sustained heavier-than-air flight flew for about 59 seconds on the 17th day of December in the year 1903 by the Wright brothers. However, the truth is that several of their predecessors and inventors of the flying machine, such as Gustav Whitehead, may have succeeded in making controlled flights possible. But even at that time, when humans had not even gone to the moon, when there were no satellites orbiting in space, the human mind was not limited. Determined inventors at that time exercised the power of their imagination, which can aptly be referred to as the power to create. The human mind is incredibly powerful. Even the legendary Leonardo da Vinci, who dreamed about and designed a flying machine in the 15th century, was unable to create one. The laws of aerodynamics had always been in existence, but mankind had been tied to the ground for centuries by the combined forces of gravity and ignorance. Mankind's desire to fly is lost in the distant past. Even the renowned Sir George Cayley, who was referred to as the father of the aeroplane in 1846, tried relentlessly but failed to power an airplane until the Wright brothers and the likes of the Frenchman Louis Blériot came to the rescue. And by the way, Louis Blériot was the first man to ever produce an airplane that was flown across the open sea English Channel in the year 1909. Today, we operate in a better era than our ancestors. Howbeit, one common denominator for success which transcends time is the power of imagination. It entails the courage to dream. Currently, in this 21st century, human parades countless airplanes that could fly for 10 hours non-stop and even more. The human race now produces supersonic power jets, a far cry from the flying kites and the hot air balloons of the distant past. The pioneers of the light bulb, telephones, airplanes, automobiles, and so on all achieved their seemingly impossible dreams through courage, determination, and the power of imagination. No dream is impossible to achieve if we exercise the power of our imagination. Napoleon Hill, the renowned author of the best-selling book Think and Grow Rich, once said that whatever the mind can conceive, it can also achieve. What does success really mean? For us, success is turning difficult situations around. It is following one's passion to realize one's dreams and happiness. It entails being endowed to empower others. More often than not, success is the process that culminates in a favorable result of any desired goal of human endeavor, and not necessarily a one-time event, achievement, or destination. For example, when someone overcomes depression and discouragement through perseverance, that in itself is success. When someone remains focused on his or her goals and resists taunting distractions, that is success. When someone exercises patience like good farmers should, that is success over the bandits of failure like fear, impatience, and discouragement. When someone effectively overcomes anxiety and despair, that is success. When someone overcomes financial burdens, procrastination, low self-esteem, fear, or bad attitude, that is success. When someone discovers purpose or is able to identify true friends and partners, that is success. When someone succeeds in getting married or separated or even divorced, that is success. Yes, indeed. Even separation and divorce have led many people to find remarkable happiness, peace, and freedom. When someone improves in the art of communication and begins to communicate more effectively, that is success. When someone overcomes the incinerating desire to commit suicide, that is success. When someone loses or gains weight, that is success. So you see, success is not necessarily determined by the abundance of money, investments, or material possessions that someone is able to accumulate, or else any charlatan or criminal with a lot of money could be deemed to be a success. For instance, can a swindler who was convicted of selling a phony airport to foreign investors at a whopping sum of $242 million be referred to as a success? It is imperative for us to note that there is good success as well as bad success. Winston Churchill, an erstwhile Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, described success like this. He said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without a loss of enthusiasm." End of quote. Churchill also said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." End of quote. Similarly, Vince Lombardi, a renowned American football player and coach, once said that the difference between a successful person and others is not the lack of strength, not the lack of knowledge, but rather the lack of will. Why are some people more successful than others? Why do some school dropouts live lavishly in apparent financial abundance in exclusive high places, while many professors and other distinguished scholars live in slums and seeming penury? Is success equivalent to the abundance of money and material possessions? Many people acquire huge sums of money, material and digital assets through fraudulent environments. Can they then be referred to as successful people? Do you know that financial and material abundance are not inexorably equivalent to financial success? A sad story made the rounds in August 2008 when a 50-year-old British businessman and millionaire wasted his wife and daughter, set his country home mansion on fire, and then took his own life. He was a multi-millionaire. Many multi-millionaires have taken their own lives over the years, and unfortunately, this trend may never stop. Why would financially endowed people take their own lives if success is ostensibly synonymous with financial and material abundance? Many of such folks waste their lives due to depression and sorrow. Truth be told, financial wealth or endowment is only a part of a large circle of success. A successful person does not necessarily have to be a millionaire or a famous person. Can an ex-president or an ex-governor who is stupendously rich but is serving several years jail term for fraud and money laundering be referred to as a successful person? Someone may be tremendously rich but may lack good character, good health, peace, freedom, or a good reputation. He or she may not really be referred to as a successful person. Also, there are people who are considered to be very successful because of the bogus picture of success they portray outwardly, but in reality, they are ensnared in huge financial debts and misery. It is a fact that there are numerous individuals who obtain loans that they furtively have no intention to liquidate. Rather, they divert such loans to live ostentatious lives. But many people consider such masqueraders as successful people. What a pity indeed. How successful is that individual who is in grievous financial crisis and lacks peace of mind? You see, our reputation is not under our control, but we're in control of our character. Interestingly, our character transmits signals to the oven where our reputation is baked by others. For people to succeed in life, they essentially need two things: knowledge and courage. The foundation of success is desire, which is baked in the oven of the human mind. Booker T. Washington was an African-American educator, author, orator, and advisor to several presidents of the United States of America. He was born in 1856 and passed on in 1915. Here is how he describes success. He said, "Success is to be measured not so much as by the position that one has reached in life, as by the obstacles which he has overcome." End of quote. Robert Kiyosaki, an American entrepreneur, speaker, and author of many riveting books, such as Rich Dad, Poor Dad, described success like this. He said, "The size of your success is measured by the strength of your desire, the size of your dream, and how you handle disappointments along the way." End of quote. That's a loaded statement, you'll agree. You see, our minds are the gateway to the sanctuary of success. The human mind is incredibly awesome, amazing, powerful, and limitless. The mind is not the human brain. While the brain is physical and is situated in the human skull, the mind is a non-physical entity which is in the soul arena. It is the center of our consciousness. The brain controls the body's nervous system and coordinates mental and physical actions. It also processes information based on data collected from the human body through the five senses. It then feeds the mind with such information. The mind is the factory of vibrating energy where ideas are molded for great inventions or dreadful devices. The mind has the power to create something out of nothing. It produces thoughts that are faster than the speed of light. Your mind holds the key to your success or to your failure because it determines the outcome of your life.